Hello friends, today we are going to start our first session on the classification of signals. Basically, there are many types of functions that exist all around us. They are continuous in nature, they may be random in nature, they may be symmetrical, they may be periodic. It depends upon different categories of signals. Let us see what are different practical signals that we all see around the world. All the signals that we observe are analog in nature all around us. The sound waves that we observe, they are analog in nature. The FM radio that we hear, that is analog signal transmission. The audio that we use in telephones, human speech, that is the analog in nature. The TV signals are also continuous signals that we receive while broadcasting. Satellite signals are also continuous in time domain. The signals that we receive from some of the transducers or any sensors, they are also analog in nature. So all the practical signals that we all see around everywhere are analog, or we can say continuous time domain signals. So the focus of today's lecture is about the different categories of or different types of continuous time domain signals. What is continuous time domain signal? First of all, we'll discuss that. Like all the physical world signals that we have observed in previous previous slide, is that the time scale is infinitely fine. We are having a continuous smooth curve for mentioning the signal parameters, so that is called as continuous time signal. In this type of signals, we have the independent variables that ranges over the complete real numbers smoothly, that the curve goes smoothly through the variable, that is independent variable time. That is called as continuous time signal. There is no discontinuity in the signal. Moving ahead towards the major section, that is deterministic and non-deterministic signals, periodic and aperiodic signals, even and odd signals, energy and power signals, and causal and non-causal signals. So these are the broad classification of basically continuous time signals. And we are going to use the word CT signal for continuous time signals. So first of all, the first category is deterministic and non-deterministic signals. The first thing about deterministic and non-deterministic parameter, we are going to comparatively study both the parameters here is. First is the deterministic signal. Its behavior is predictable. That means we can predict how the signal is going to behave in future. That is called as deterministic, that we can determine. While in non-deterministic signals, the behavior of the signals are random. That is, we cannot predict what their value will be in any of the time axis. There is no uncertainty in deterministic signal. There is completely uncertain about non-deterministic signals, and we can also give the name non-deterministic signal as random signals. The deterministic signals are represented mathematically, while we cannot represent mathematically the random signals. So that is the major difference between deterministic and non-deterministic signals. Let us see what we find in deterministic signals. Like in deterministic signals, sinusoidal signal is moving. So we know how actually the signal is moving throughout. We can determine its value. But in random signals, we can't predict its value, that how it is going to vary in future with respect to time. So that is called as a random signal or non-deterministic signal. This is normally a noise signal. Next category is periodic and non-periodic signals. Periodic signal is simply defined that it repeats itself with a regular interval of time. And how we guess that particular given signal is periodic or not? So mathematically we can say that if any function shifted by some time period capital T. If we get the same signal after that, that is called as a periodic signal, that it is repeating itself after some time period capital T. Let us see one demo that how the periodic signal varies. Let us take the independent variable as T and the signal that is periodic in nature, that is xt. So when we observe the signal after a capital T, we get some pattern of the signal, that is capital T is its time period. But when we look at the signal after this capital T again, we will get the same signal 2T. When we observe it at 3T, we will get the same pattern. When we observe at 4T, we'll get the same pattern. So it is going on repeating itself. And also the compulsion over periodic signal is that it is also repeating itself on the negative axis of time axis. So when we move at the back side or the left hand side towards the minus time axis, it will go on repeating itself there also. So such type of signals which are repeating itself, whether we go for positive time axis or negative time axis, they are going to follow the same pattern. So that is called as a periodic signal. The smallest time period after which the repetition occurs, that is called as the fundamental time period. And also we have a relationship between time and frequency. So the inverse of frequency is termed as time period and inverse of time period is termed as standard or fundamental frequency of the signal. In contrast, we have non-periodic signals, the signals which do not repeat at regular intervals. They are not having a fixed pattern, fixed value that how they are going to vary. So that is called as a non-periodic signal. So after some fundamental time period T, if we observe the signal, we will get a different pattern. It is not repeating its pattern. So that is an aperiodic signal, or we can say non-periodic signal. We can say that a non-periodic signal is assumed to have a period t equals to infinity because it is not repeating itself. So we can say that it requires infinite time duration to repeat itself, which is actually not possible. So we can say that they are not repeating them. But one thing that is specified about non-periodic signal is about given by the Fourier transform. And it has been proved by Fourier transform that every non-periodic signal, any type of non-periodic signal, can be decomposed into infinite number of periodic signals. We can decompose, but a complete non-periodic signal will always remain a non-periodic. They can be decomposed like this. So here we can saying that this actual signal that is in the frame is non-periodic, but we can decompose into infinite number of periodic signals, and when we combine these periodic signals, we get an we composed or composite non-periodic signal. Now the condition here is that how we can determine that a given signal is periodic or non-periodic. Sinusoidal and complex exponential signals are always periodic. That you have to always remember, that sinusoidal and complex exponential signals are always periodic. And if continuous time signals is periodic, if you justify that okay, this signal is periodic, you have need to find the finite value of t for which it is repeating itself. That means there must be defined some fundamental period for that periodic signal. So in my coming video, we are going to find the periodic and non-periodic signal questions solving about that, whether the signal is periodic or non-periodic, and if it is periodic, how we can determine that the signal is having a fundamental period capital T. Thank you.